A little while ago, Lenovo sent us their new yoga accessories for a sponsored video about their ecosystem. As you may or may not know, we don't do many sponsored videos on this channel, and we don't do any sponsored laptop reviews. But these are accessories that a laptop buyer may be interested in. The monitor, headphones, and mouse are designed to be paired with the Yoga Pro 9i for the most optimal experience, but you can also use your existing laptop and get 90% of the benefits. Over the last month, I've been using these yoga products with a variety of different laptops, and I would say I'm pretty pleased. The Yoga Pro 27-inch is an excellent 4K OLED monitor, but it's pricey. The over-ear noise-canceling headphones are more reasonably priced, so I'd say they are a great addition to my current setup here at work. They remind me a lot of the Bose Quiet Comfort ones. Then the Bluetooth mouse is pretty inexpensive and feels quite nice as well. So today, I'm going to talk about my experience and hopefully help you decide which pieces of this ecosystem belong at your desk and which ones to hold off on. Opening the Yoga Pro monitor was the most exciting part for me. My old one had recently started to give me some intermittent connection issues, so it was a good time to upgrade. First thing I noticed once I got it out of the box is that I was going to need to use my monitor arm. Don't get me wrong, the included stand is useful, but it wasn't tall enough for my setup. I like to have my laptop squarely in front of the monitor, with the second monitor sitting just above it. I know this is a bit odd, but I don't find myself needing 3 screens, and I don't like looking left and right all the time. So, if I was going to use it with the Yoga Pro 9i, as Lenovo intended, I had to raise it higher than the original stand would go. This might be solved with a monitorizer, but I already had a VESA arm. Good news on that front is that switching over to the arm was very simple and intuitive. There are 3 screws that attach the screen to the stand, so you just unscrew those, grab the VESA bracket it comes with, and screw it into that instead. Took me just a few minutes. When I got it set up, I realized the monitor is bright, crisp, and vibrant, just like you'd expect from an expensive 4K OLED. It is 26.5 inches, which I think is definitely large enough for my singular monitor setup. It was calibrated well out of the box with great color accuracy. More importantly, the colors matched between the Yoga Pro 9i and the monitor. Mismatched color profiles are one of my biggest pet peeves with this sort of setup, so this was a huge relief. I don't even do professional color work, I just think it's annoying when one of your screens is cool-toned while the other is warm. Especially in Word documents like R scripts or other white-colored content, the tonal differences are more obvious there. This is something they've advertised as a positive of using it with the Yoga Pro 9i, but I found the Pro monitor matched pretty well with other high-quality laptop displays too, especially other OLEDs. The monitor has a 120Hz refresh rate, which also matches the Yoga Pro 9i and adds to the seamless feel of moving between screens. It is also G-Sync and FreeSync compatible for the gamers out there. Now, I was very surprised by how expensive this monitor was with these specs. And then I realized they've packed a lot of additional features into it that you wouldn't get in your average 4K OLED. It has a really good 4K webcam that attaches to the top with both a normal and a top-down view. The top-down view specifically would be very cool for an artist who wants to stream themselves painting or a teacher who is running a class. Another nice feature is its USB-C Thunderbolt port that supports up to 40 gigabit speeds and power delivery to your laptop up to 240 watts. This enables a single cable solution. Right now, many laptops aren't able to reach that level of USB charging though, including the Yoga Pro 9i, which maxes out at 140 watts. So this is more of a future-proofing feature right now. If you are using the Yoga Pro 9i with this monitor, in video editing or gaming, you'll still want to plug in your laptop's stock charger so you don't drain the battery. Also, on the monitor, there are a ton of other ports. 2 more USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports that support up to 10 gigabit speeds, then a DisplayPort and HDMI port in, as well as a DisplayPort out for daisy chaining. Lots of options. I've been very happy with the cleanliness that the all-in-one monitor solution provides instead of using a dock. It doesn't quite cover everything I had before, as it does not have an Ethernet port, but this monitor will probably still cover the bases for a lot of folks. A final promise of integrating the monitor and the Yoga Pro 9i is that the sound system is supposed to intelligently distribute different frequencies across the 12 combined speakers, 6 in the monitor, 4 woofers, and 2 tweeters, and then the same amount in the laptop. Together, they get very loud, and things like music have much more bass and sound more immersive. Take a listen. Unfortunately, Ultimately, it doesn't quite deliver on its promise. If you have the laptop to the side of the monitor, like Josh does, you can't configure it to work with left and right channels, so you lose stereo separation. We would have liked to see Lenovo implement a 3.1 sound for a more immersive experience when the screen is on the side of the laptop. It is designed to sound nice in any configuration, of course, but there are not as many options as we would have liked. My final concern with the audio syncing was that outside of music, it sounded a bit echoey. When reviewing one of our videos, the singular voice of either Josh or I would sound duplicated rather than singular and clear. Ultimately, I wouldn't buy this monitor for this feature specifically. I preferred using the Yoga headphones, especially for my desk neighbor's sake. On the Yoga headphones, they are also a bit expensive in the grand scheme of things, but much less so than the monitor. They land at a pretty fair market price for padded, noise-canceling Bluetooth headphones. They're also a bit cheaper than my Bose Quiet Comfort ones I have at home. These actually feel like a carbon copy in terms of their design, quality, and fit. They even have the Bose logo on the side, which may make you think these are Bose headphones, but they are manufactured by Lenovo. Bose just helped them tune the audio. So, it's no surprises that the audio quality feels very similar as well. These Yogas sound very clear with an expansive soundstage. The Bose partnership could just be a marketing gimmick, but these do sound good. These headphones bring with them some nice features, just like their newer Bose counterparts. They have a special high-fidelity mode over a wired connection with active noise cancellation. There are also touch controls on the right ear for volume up, down, skipping back and forth, pausing, and also switching input devices. I found these controls incredibly handy, as I have the first edition Bose ones, and they don't have that. I used the Yoga headphones with both my phone and my computer at work, and I enjoyed them a lot. They were comfortable to wear for all-day working sessions. They also feel super soft and premium because of the soft touch coating. My Bose don't feel as nice to the touch. My only complaint is that the battery life felt sort of short to me. I found myself charging them a couple times a week, which isn't bad, but it is more than my other headphones. I think what happened is I accidentally left them on because I couldn't tell whether they were on or not. There is no light to indicate that they are on, at least not on this early version. Lenovo did let us know there will be better LED indicator lights in the final product, so this likely won't be an issue for you. For me, I had to check connected devices and or listen for the beeps and boops it makes. Happy, uplifting beeps for on, sad, downward boops for off. I think they go to sleep eventually, but they might still be drawing a little power sitting on my desk. You can just use them wired if they're dead, but you don't get the full feature set like active noise cancellation. The mouse isn't overly interesting or exciting looking, but it works very well and feels good for its price. My biggest pro is that it's a Bluetooth mouse with 3 pairing settings, so it was easy to switch between computers, which I do a lot. Just long press the button on the underside to start pairing mode, the little pop-up comes up on your PC, and then you're paired. Then you just press the button to switch between devices. I love when mice do this. Pairing was also super simple and intuitive. As far as how it felt to use, I loved the soft touch coating. This seems to be similar to the nice coating they used on the headphones. As far as size, this mouse is long, but it isn't as tall as the mice Josh and I like to use. Ergonomically, it doesn't feel like the best fit for my hand, but it's personal preference. As far as buttons go, I would have liked an infinite scroll wheel like on my Logitech G502, but I do like that the wheel is still metallic and has a middle click. The button on the top lets you toggle DPI settings, and the 2 buttons on the side go forward and back on web pages, but all of them can be programmed differently depending on what you prefer. My one negative is that it's using a AA battery, which I know I will be annoyed when I have to replace. It does add some weight to the mouse though, which I do enjoy, and Josh does not. The mouse is not pricey, about normal for a decent Bluetooth mouse, so I think it's a solid buy if that's what you're looking for. Look, overall, all 3 of these products are nice. The Yoga headphones are just as good as Bose's Quiet Comfort, at least for a regular headphone buyer like me. The monitor is exceptional with some great features like the high-quality 4K webcam. The mouse is good at its price point. And that's really the key here. If you can buy the Yoga headphones cheaper than the Bose, it's a no-brainer. If you can buy the monitor on a good sale, again, it's offering a lot of value. But don't feel like you need to buy all 3 products together. It's not like they all look alike or something like that. That would be a nice benefit of buying into the Yoga ecosystem, but it's not currently the case. Maybe Lenovo can work on that in the future. That's all I got. If you want to see what laptops we recommend for different types of users, check out our website, bestlaptop.deals. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you later.